It's by addressing affordability.
Hello, team.
What's up, Carianne?
I feel like I'm about to do a stand-up comedy set. My name is Carianne Luter, and I am the Digital Media and Engagement Manager at Channel 4. I'm usually not in front of the camera. I am behind the camera. So if you don't recognize me, that is probably why. And before we get started, I just wanted to see, by a show of hands, how many people are on social media? To everyone. Okay, that is awesome. You've probably seen my work. For nearly a decade, I've been creating content and connecting with our community, on air, online, and on social media. And when it comes to social media, nobody beats News4Jax. With nearly 2 million followers and subscribers across all of our platforms, we have the largest social reach in the market. And we use that reach to tell stories, build relationships, and inform our community about what matters. Today, people don't want ads. They want experiences. They want to be entertained, educated, and delighted. And that's why we've built Game Changer Social. This is where our partners can tap into our organic reach through sponsored content, contests, and creative campaigns that meet people right where they are. Take the Jumbo Shrimp, for example. By teaming up with us and using Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and TikTok, we've shared information with our community about games, giveaways, events that felt fun and authentic, because our community trusts us and can see the passion and care that we bring to each story, segment, and post. Our approach is simple. We don't interrupt conversations, we create them. And this winning partnership could not have come at a better time, as the Jumbo Shrimp are hosting currently their first AAA playoff series since 1968. And Game 3 is tonight, if you guys can go out and support the Shrimp. Come on, Duval. I might be biased, but I don't think it's quite the coincidence. Another winning example is our Passion for Pets campaign. It's an initiative that helps rescue animals find forever homes. And this initiative takes a multi-platform approach, from on-air segments and ads to community events and personalized websites, as you'll see there on the right. They're all designed to boost engagement. And actually, through just Facebook and Instagram alone this year, our Passion for Pets content has reached more than 700,000 people organically. No paid ads, just paid partnerships and branded content. And this year, we've been able to drive adoptions, fosters, donations, and volunteers for our local nonprofits. So this is a huge deal and a big passion of ours here at News4Jax. It's more than impressions, it's the impact. We're helping families grow, deserving animals get adopted and find their forever homes, and then our local organizations thrive. And that's what happens when storytelling meets strategy. And then our Color the Weather segment, where students get the opportunity to join our meteorologists and help deliver the forecast, giving them hands-on experience with science and public speaking. Parents loved it, our community loved it, and IDEA Public Schools was able to connect with families in a meaningful and unforgettable way. And now more than ever, creativity is what captures attention and makes people stop in their tracks. Remember all those hands raised earlier? At News4Jax, digital isn't just an add-on. It's the heartbeat of modern communication. And that's why we've placed social media at the center of our strategy to connect with and inspire our community. But we are not stopping there. We're always innovating on how our partners are joining these parties. So through our interactive sponsorships, we invite viewers to participate with us on air and online by scanning QR codes, voting live, and opting in for exclusive offers and messages. And you're about to get to experience this live right now. So if you could break societal norms for me right now, and while I'm talking, whip out your phones and scan the QR code on the screen. You see, News4Jax just celebrated 76 years on television. Applause, applause. So inspired by that success, I wanted to see if you knew the answer to this question. Channel 4 first signed on the air under which call letters? And I'll give you one freebie. My name is Carrie. I'll give you a few seconds to vote and test out one of the experiences that we've really taken off with this year. So if you guessed WNBR TV, you are correct. Whoop, whoop. So this type of breakout segment, which can be done in a multitude of ways, is a fun, interactive way to engage with our community in real time, while giving our partners a platform to share messages, videos, and calls to action that inspire participation and spotlight our businesses. And the video ad that plays after you weigh in is actually from one of our first on-air programs, TV Neighbors. If we have that, we can pull it up and I'll show you.
Yes, again. Well, I'm sure they will, and if you want to see Zenith, of course, you can see it at Wood Electric Company. I happen to have a Zenith owner by coincidence right here beside me today. He was walking along and said he was a Zenith owner. And Mr. Orville Eblin. How are you, Mr. Eblin? It's fine. Point into the camera there and tell folks what you think about Zenith.
Well, I think they're a wonderful set. I tried several steps out in comparison, and the Zenith outperformed all of them.
Well, we're mighty happy to hear those kind words, those fine words, and I know you'll get many, many, many more hours of enjoyment out of that Zenith. Thank you a lot, Mr. Eblin. And of course, friends, this fine Zenith set right here, I'd like to point out one thing. Remember, on the Zenith, you always get this tag of guarantee, this guarantee. If a station opens with an ultra-high frequency channel, well, here is your guarantee that your Zenith does not have to have a converter or adapter, or it doesn't have to be tampered with. You'll find that fastened to every fine Zenith television set. And of course, our visit here...
So in 1949, our station signed on as WNBR TV, Jacksonville's first TV station, and second established in Florida. So this TV Neighbors program was highlighting businesses, schools, and our community members in Lake City, Florida in the early 1950s. And it may sound familiar to something we just heard about, maybe a certain For Your Neighborhood initiative that we've been so passionate about. This segment interviewed the owner of Witt Electric Company, promoting the round screen Zenith television set, which is beautiful. And even featured a testimony from a man that was just happened to be there while they were filming, who owned a set, and he spoke about how much he loved it. So fun fact, I actually did a deep dive and found that Zenith television set on eBay, and it recently sold for $1,750. And for those who love antiques, you know that value goes up as things age. But my first thought when watching this old broadcast was, well, the platforms and devices in which we receive our news has changed and upgraded. The heart of what we do remains the same. We connect our community to each other, to businesses, to causes, and to experiences that matter. So when you partner with News4JAX, you're not just running ads, you're telling stories. Stories that build trust, spark memories, and inspire action. And when people connect through those stories, they don't just see your message, they feel it and they share it. And that is the story of the power of storytelling and the power of social media and the power of News4JAX. And we're here to celebrate community and spotlight the positive impacts that you are making every day.